Hello, welcome back to the Cloud Valley. Here in this video, we are going to create and assign a task to the lead owner once a lead got generated. So, create this scenario, we'll use the flow. So, to start, let's go to the setup. From setup, you have to find flow in the quick find. So, just type flow, click on flows, and from here, we have to create a new flow. Let's go to the flows, and from here we'll select the new flow. Click on new flow. We'll select record trigger flow as our event is based on lead record creation. So we'll select the record trigger flow. Click on create. Here we have to select the lead because our flow will start execution once lead got generated. So we have to select object as a lead. Then on here we have multiple options. We have to select the record is created. Okay. Then if you want to specify a condition, you can specify over here. But for our scenario, we'll create this task for all types of leads. So we'll know to specify any condition. Then keep default action and related record selected and click on save. Once we click on save, here we have to give the label to flow. So just type auto task assignment on save. The next thing we have to do is we have to create the one empty resource. Okay, for where we'll first add all the values, assign all the values, and then we'll save that instance. So let's go to the resource. From here we'll create one new resource. Type of that resource will be a variable. Then we'll give name as a task. Data type, we'll select record as a data type because we are going to assign all the values to this record, and then we'll save this record. So once we select record, we have to select the object also. So we'll select task as object, and we'll make this available for input and output. Just click on done. Now our resource is available. One more resource we have to create to assign the due date. So we'll create that right away. Create a variable due date. As a due date, we can specify today plus 8 days. So we'll select the data type as a date, and instead of using variable, what we can use let's use formula. Due date, data type, we'll select it as a date, and in formula what we'll do, we'll select the today's date. To select today days, we have today function plus we'll add it as a 8 days. Check syntax is valid, just click on done. Now two variables we have created, one is formula and one is task object. So now let's go to the flow, and first what we'll do, we'll use the assignment element to assign all the values to the task variable. So assign task info. Now here we have to select the task variable, but we are going to assign values to the field of that task. So we'll select task dot, first we'll use the assign to whom we need to assign this task. Okay, so I'll just select owner ID of the task equals whom you are going to assign, we are going to assign to the lead owner. So we'll select the record dot owner. This first thing we have assigned. Second, now we have mandatory fields, so we have to assign that. So let's I select the who ID, task dot who ID. Here we have two IDs, one is who ID and what ID. In case of a lead, contact or user, we have to select the who ID. For other custom object or other standard object, that case we have to select the what ID. So here we are going to create this task as a related record of lead. So I have selected the who ID. Then here we have to select lead ID as a who ID. So we'll select lead dot record dot id. Okay. Next, we have to assign some subject for that task. So just click on task dot subject. So here we'll select the value. So here we can see there are multiple values. So what I'll do, we'll select the call. You can select other value also. Next, we have to select the status for that task. So initial status will select as not started. So let's select the value as not started. Then we'll select the due date for this task. So due date. So due date, we have to select the variable which we have created, due date variable. So that will add the today plus 8 days. So now here you can see assign to is done. Name, this name will use to show the related task. Then subject, status, due date is done. So we have added all the fields now, all the mandatory fields. If you want to add description, you can add in the same manner and you can save that. Once we done, click on save. Next step we have to do is we have to create record. Now just click on add element and type create record. Once you select create record, here you have to give the label. So just give as create task, and here we have to select the record, which record we need to add into the database. So we'll select the task. Okay, just click on save. So now we have done three steps. First step, we have decided on when this flow should start its execution on lead record creation. Then second step, we have created one variable where we have assigned all the values to that variable. And third step, we are creating that task record. Whatever value we have assigned to the variable, we are updating it to a database. So this is how we can create the flow. Now let's save this flow and activate. Now our flow got activate. If you want to test it, debug it from here, you can run it from here also. Let's go to the lead object and we'll try to create one lead, and we'll show you how system is generating the task. Just click on new lead. So let's say we'll give your company name as Vale. Other detail is not mandatory, so I'll keep as it is. Once we click on save, system will execute flow and it will create one task. Okay, let's see. Now here you can see lead record got generated. Along with lead, system has added one task called subject with the subject name call. Okay, likewise, and also you can check the owner. So lead owner is this user Amol. So now if you go to the task record and click on this call and go to the task record, now you can see this task got assigned to the Amol. So this is how we can create the automated task on lead record creation. Now you can replicate this for any of the object. Only difference is if you are creating this task with lead contact or user, you have to select the who id. For all other object, you have to select the what id.